Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 91 of Direwolf20's Let's Play of FTB Sky's Expert Mode. Where today I've got a bunch of stuff going on. Specifically, it's time to process uranium crystals. So last episode we got access to the RTG generator and the uranium crystals. That completely cleared up Chapter 4. In addition, Chapter 5 is now complete. So what I want to do is get my uranium processing line going so that I can, get into whatever we need to get into for stuff. Not quite sure what those things would be, but we'll figure it out. And then I think we're going to head into the unknown, specifically the end. So I have no idea what to expect in there. So we'll see what happens, I guess. Sounds cool. Yeah. So let's start that out. Now, and obviously don't forget we do also have the overpowered chapters. So we should have some like really, OP stuff that should be available to us in the time. So we'll see how that plays out after we do this though, because we're gonna want to do this for sure. All right, let's get cooking. So I think I've got everything I need. Did I actually make the energized smelter? I forget. I did. So we should be cool for all this stuff. So reminder, uranium crystals is where we're at. The first thing we want to do is chemical injection chamber that with hydrogen chloride. So that's going to require a bit of work, specifically hydrogen and chlorine. So we'll get that going in a moment here. So hydrogen and chlorine. So luckily we have the brine already, courtesy of an ender tank. So we'll get that in there. But that's going to be in a chemical injection chamber, which I'm pretty sure I made. Yep, I made most of this stuff, right? Cool. Now you're also going to need flux ducts, because this is going to be a whole production line, so we're going to want a whole bunch of power in here. I don't know exactly how much, but we'll figure it out. And I may want to not have the channels here. Maybe I'll bring the channels up on the top. That might be cool. We'll see. We'll see where I want to put that stuff. Yeah, maybe on the top would be the right way to run the channel stuff. Yeah, I like that idea. So what I would do then is put this here, and then this here, and then load that dude up. Hopefully that's the right channel line still. We'll find out if it's not pretty quickly. Cool. Okay, so now hydrogen chloride. That's going to be made in a chemical infuser. Okay, and I want you spitting out the front. So your side config, you don't need any items. Gases are going to spit out the front, so output on the front. And how about we do back and right? Does that sound cool? Yeah, that sounds cool. Okay. And you need, back and left is where I want to be, actually, now that I think about it. Let's make you orange. Yeah, back and left. Does that sound cool? Okay, because you need hydrogen and chlorine, and pretty sure the next one needs oxygen. So we're gonna electrolytic separator here. Okay, and your job will be to it's hydrogen is blue and oxygen is that. So you're gonna do gases will be hydrogen is blue and oxygen will be out front, right? So oxygen will go this way into the next one, which will be purification chamber. Cool. And then you need to be electrolytic separated as well. And you guys also need power, so let's not forget that important detail. Okay, so you also need an electrolytic separator. You're going to get the brine, right, for the hydrogen chloride. So you need chlorine, which is the one on the right. It's the cyan output. So cyan output here will be, for gases, this dude. And I don't know that we're going to need the sodium. So for now, we're probably just going to let it void excess, right? That sound cool? Okay. And we probably need a flux point, or we need to connect. Yeah, I don't think we need a flux point. We can totally just connect, right? You're bloody. That's looking good. Okay. Everybody happy now? Power for days. Yup. Should be good. So now let's get our brine. So over here is the one that we want, right? So that's your brine. So it's yellow, yellow, orange, right? Yes. Yellow, yellow, orange. So that'll be some dandelions and some orange dye. Yeah, we have orange tulips. So yeah, yellow, yellow, orange. That should be cool. Ender tank, equally cool. That's a yellow, yellow, yellow. I'm not sure why I have that. I'm sure I'll come up with a reason at some point. So I stick this dude, yellow, yellow, orange, brine. Then you go there. And now you're running. And then you should be dumping excess on the sodium. And then you're getting chlorine. Beautiful. Very cool. Now you are going to need some water. I don't want to waste a channel on this if I can. Do we have like a... Do we have an ender tank for water? I don't think we do. I think we just have it in the A system. I mean, I guess I could waste a channel on it. Yeah, I guess we should be fine with that, right? I think that would be okay. Wouldn't be the end of the world per se. Because yeah, you're gonna need water. So let's get an export bus, sure. And you're gonna do water. Like so. Easy peasy. And then you just need some cabling to run down. Now what might be smart would be to P2P this line as well. Yeah, I like that idea. So load that up and you're good to go. Cool. Now that guy should be electrolytic separating and making water. Nice. Right? And then the oxygen's going to go out the front, the hydrogen's going to be there, and then your hydrogen chloride goes right here with a gas pipe. Is that right? Mechanical pipe? No, we want tube is what gases are. And then let's get ready with our mechanism configurator. Wherever that may be. Where is my mechanism configurator? There it is. Alright, so you're going to go there, but then we're going to make sure that you're set to none on that side, so no connections can happen for this to exist, and that'll be your oxygen. Okay, so now you're getting oxygen, you're getting hydrogen chloride, which means that we are one step closer to placing uranium in here. That's cool. That's kind of cool. Okay, so now for items on your side config, you're going to input on the right and output out the left. And you are going to be the same deal. Input, output with auto eject on. Cool. So that gets pretty much all of this covered, right? And now you're making uranium clumps, which go into a crusher next. Okay, so now we've got the crusher goes here. And again, in, out, eject. And then from there, you're going to be enrichment and then smelted. Cool. There you go. And that'll get us a uranium ingot, which I can only assume, you know, the best thing to do with it would be to enrichment chamber it into yellow cake uranium. Is that cool? Okay. And then from there, do we have an import chest for ender chests yet? We should probably have something like that, right? I would think. We have a white ender chest. What don't we have here? We have skystone chest is needed. Skystone chest. Ender chest needs skystone chest. Okay. That's cool. And we're probably going to have to automate skystone at some point, but we'll get there. All the auto crafting is happening as one would want it to. Were we using white for anything? I kind of forget. Usually I reserve that one for the insert into AE system chest, right? And I remember we had an ender chest for something early on, but I kind of don't remember at all what it was for. Is that you? I guess? Did I do this? I forget. So if I do that, and I put a memory card in there... Oh, I guess I did set that up. Well, would you look at that? I do have it somewhere set up that it imports. I have no idea where, but it does exist. Oh, there it is. That's right. Yeah, that's right. Now I remember. That's cool. Okay. So then you should be able to just dump into this guy, right? And we're cool. So now what I could say is if we make a pattern, okay, so it's going to be 2 from one of these, right? That's 1-to-1. That's 1-to-1. That's 1-to-1. That's 1-to-1. That's 1-to-1. And that's 1-to-1. So basically, 1 uranium shard equals 2 yellow cake uranium. Correct? I believe so. Let's find out. I don't know. So uranium shard equals 2 yellow cake uranium. Okay, we put that pattern right here. And now, if we want 10 more of these, that's going to cost 5 of those. And it's not particularly fast, but we could always speed it up, right? But I kind of want to see maybe what we should do. How many of these? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 machines? Okay, you go away, you go away. Boom, boom. That can be a backpack item. Don't need that chemical tank, I got it as a quest reward. And then you move these guys down here. We'll do 4 of each for the upgrades. How's that sound? I like the looks of that. Then if I did my math correctly, you should be done crafting when we hit 12, right? And that's where we're at. We're done. Hooray! That wasn't so bad. Not a bad production line, right? And now, what we can do is in this dimension, we can have our RTG generator. Before we set that up, though, we should probably have some semblance of radiation protection, right? So that actually looks like a whole thing, isn't it? Orange cushions from handcrafted and orange sheets. Okay. We're going to need a bunch of that. So it looks like we're going to have to go figure out how that works. Now, whether we're going to want to autocraft this or not, I guess we'll find out in a second. I don't think we need to autocraft that. And orange sheets? Yeah, no, we don't need to autocraft that. So you would be orange wool, which just needs orange dye. I'm pretty sure I can, like, bone meal these, by the way. Yeah. Okay. So you need that. Can we, like... Well, okay. I guess that is what it is. So orange sheets, that's 8. And then orange cushions, that's also 8. Let's see how many we use for the actual crafting of this. So not terrible. Not terrible. Getting there. All right. Sweet. Okay. That's cool. Now what I might do, let's do the memory settings. And then we can put this in here. And remember that. Okay. So now, if I put you guys away, we can put that in there. We can do that. And then that's cool, right? I like it. Sweet. Okay. Is there like an enchant for... That would be cool if there was an enchant that we could put on the armor to, like, radiation protection or something. I don't think there is, though. I think your best bet is pneumaticraft armor, or the radiation shield for the mechanism power armor stuff. Oh, by the way, who's got Ostrom space plating blocks? I've got Ostrom space plating blocks. So I just need to make a quick Ostrom tank. Yeah, I can do that. Hardened. Give me like 11 of those. Dynamic tanks. Give me like 20 of those. And that should be cool. All right, so you're going to be this. Oh, and I'm pretty sure I made a couple extra of these. You're empty, but you've got, yes, cool. I knew I made a few extra. There we go. And then my hardened. I've made enough of these tanks now that I know the pattern without having to look it up. I hope. Never said I was good at, actually making it, but I at least know it. Perfect. And get to work, Shrinker. Thanks, boss. All right, so now we've got that dude ready to go, means we can make this. So first we're going to need some Ostrom blocks. 20 ought to do. And then we're going to need some Glacio stone, which is going to just be smelted Glacio cobblestone. And they need to be stone bricks, so we're going to want to do that. And then... Isn't that what I just made? Oh, you're being something else, aren't you? Probably going to have to stone cut them. I think that's either a recipe conflict or I don't know what. There you go. Now glaciostone bricks. We'll find out. 1. And I'm guessing you've got more smelting. Yep, on its way. Two, cryo freezer. Boom. Hooray, quest complete. 2 of them, actually. 2 quest completes. I don't know where the other one was. That was in the To the Stars chapter, and that got me some cryofuel buckets. Nice. Okay, so now we've got that, and we can make cryo-infused osmium. So, actually, let's put that back on the to-do list. So I'm thinking that production line, we've got, how many channels in use here? 7? Really? I used that many channels already over here? I guess so. I guess so. I didn't use a lot on this line, though, to be fair. I only used, like, 1. So I could probably reuse some over here. That seems like a smart play. Maybe what I do is just kind of, like, tap into this. Yeah, and then we'll just kind of run this way. I don't know how many of these we're going to need, but we'll find out, right? So how about you go there? And I think I made these craftable, which should be cool. All right, so let's figure this out. Step 1 would be you. Okay. So you've got power now, and then you've got your cryo freezer. I suspect that this thing doesn't auto output, so we're gonna have to extract from him, right? So the cryo freezer can be used to insert ice shards and get out cryofuel. Now, do ice shards do anything else? The answer apparently is no. So how about we just export bus ice shards into this dude? Does that sound like a plan? Feels like a plan to me. Kind of, at least, right? Yeah. Yeah. And then what? Import bus it or storage bus it? So for us to get those ice shards, cryofuel needs a bucket to make crude water gems, apparently. Oh no, to make cryo-infused gas. Okay, you need crude water gems. Man, I hope you can take any kind of water gem, because that would be really annoying if I need crude. And then blizz powder, we need like a bucket of that. Cryofuel. How fast does this run, I guess, would be the other question. So if I threw a single ice shard in there, pretty fast, but it only makes 25 buckets at a time. So here's what I'm thinking. We get a tank of relative size. So maybe like one of these. That sounds cool. And we're going to actually move you. Thinking about how I want this to work. But basically, what we'd want is you. And we're gonna want to. Can I laser IO you out or pipe? How about pipes? Mechanical pipes sound cool. Can you go out the top there? I don't love how that looks, but maybe Z fights just a little bit. It's funny. It's funny that the top of that happens to be the exact same dimensions as the mechanism pipe, and therefore it causes Z fighting. You literally have to be at the exact same pixel dimension of the other block in order for this Z fighting effect to happen. If it was a single pixel smaller or a single pixel bigger, it would not happen. That is hilarious. I guess question 2 is, can you extract out the top? Yeah, you can. Beautiful. All right, so don't love that at all. Also, if I'm going to put other things on this line, having this right here is not a great idea. So what I'm going to do is put you over here on this side so that what I can have here is a storage bus. Give me like 10 of those, would you? And then an export bus can go here. And your job will be to export bus ice shards. Psst. Ice shards. Anytime now. Any day now. Just whenever you feel like it. Let me guess. Sidedness. You think he can only go on the top, maybe? I would hope not, right? Alright, what is the sidedness to this thing? Or am I doing something wrong with my cables? Hopper. When in doubt, test with the hopper. Okie dokie. So that's weird. Why are you not export busing ice shards? I know we have plenty of them. And you are... Cool. Did I, like, run out of channels or something? I don't think so. Can't imagine that I did, right? So now we got plenty of channels on this dude. Let's make sure that my memory card is correctly configured for these things. So copied, loaded. I mean, everything else on this line is working, so I would expect this to work. Like, he's exporting water, right? So shouldn't you also export bus ice shards? If the hopper works, then the export bus should work, right? You would think. What in the what is going on here? Okay, new plan. New plan. Let's try this trickery. When in doubt, do something completely unexpected. There you go. So now you're keeping them in stock. Keep a full stack, please. And logistical transporter. So hoppers work, but logistical transporters don't. Laser IO? Face, south face, west face, east face, normal face. What in the world is going on here? Okay, new plan. I hate everything about it. It's the worst plan I've come up with yet, but it should technically work. You guys are seeing this, right? Like, I'm not imagining things. Ha ha ha! Take that. Dyer finds ways to automate. It's how I roll. You're gonna Z-fight with that too? Rip. Do I care about Z-fighting? Probably not. But I'm gonna pipe it only because that's what I decided to do. All right. So now what'll happen is, and then the storage bus, right? And now we should have cryofuel. Got it? That works for me. Okay. So that thing will build up some cryofuel. Weird happening with cryofuel or what? What do I have 1.4 buckets of cryofuel? Kerosene. Where else would cryofuel be sitting? That's not cryofuel. That's what you'll call it. Oh, are you going? Oh, maybe you're connecting like that. Yeah, I bet that's what's happening. It was also dumping the cryofuel into here. That makes sense. So where did the cryofuel go then? Oh. We can fix that real quick though. I do that, and then I do an export bus. And we say cryofuel. Is that cool? And then we can see cryofuel is now empty. So now you're done. And then we put you back into storage bus. And now we look, cryofuel's at the correct amounts. Cool. Now we're good. Now that threw me off. But I didn't see the Z. You get the idea. So anyway, where was I? What was I making? Other stuff. Right. So now we have cryofuel, right? Our job is to get cryo-infused gas. Now the trick will be, now luckily we have hydrogen, like right here, don't we? Yeah. Yeah, we do. Or is that here? Oh, we have it here. We have it here. Also, why are you doing that? Oh, right, because you're doing that. Dumping excess. Cool. So now you're making more hydrogen. What I could do is I could side config the gases so that you also output blue on this side, right? And then if it turns out that I need more, I can always speed upgrade this thing. And that should be fine. All right, so you should be hydrogen now, right? That's cool. That's cool. So then what we would want to do in order to make cryo-infused gas, we're going to need a pressurized reaction chamber. Now, quick question. Cryo-infused gas can be used for all kinds of stuff, but it's always in the pressurized reaction chamber. So my thoughts, and cryofuel can be used for a handful of things in different machines, so we do want to keep it in the tank. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. Okay, cryo-infused gas is always in a pressurized reaction chamber. So let's make it here and just not even store it in the AE system. Let's just push it into the adjacent machine. Is that fair? I think that's fair. I think that's cool. Yeah, I like that plan. So pressurized reaction chamber, please. I feel like auto crafting those might be cool. Because they're like the multi-step ones, right? Yeah, they're the ones that require an enrichment chamber first. I feel like you should know how to make that. I feel like you should know how to make that. Treated stick? I don't want you to use treated sticks. Okay. And then I want you to know how to make enrichment chambers too. So 2 pressurized reaction chambers, please. All right. And then one of them will go towards making that stuff. Now, the other thing we need to get for this cryo-infused gas is crude water crystals. So, like, will you accept? I'm really concerned because the UI does not show it alternating between different water gems. And the problem is when you put a thing here, you may or may not get crude, right? Right? Because if I put... Well, we could try it. See what happens if I make a recipe for it, right? So crude water gem, that would be you, but we're not giving it any of those, right? So just those 2. But not pristine water gem. We want a diamond. And then what happens if I want 5 of those? So that time it happened to make it correctly, which is cool. Not today, goat. I saw you coming a mile away. Crude water gem is now allowed. You think it's always going to do crude? It shouldn't. My understanding of elemental craft is it... See, yeah, that time it did not crude, right? That time it did fine. It's the exact same pattern within. That's not ideal. Well, we're going to have to see what happens. So I guess question 2 would be fine water gem. I'm sure that didn't satisfy the craft. He's still waiting for a crude water gem. And now pressurized reaction chambers are done. Good. So you're going to sit there, and your job will be to accept hydrogen. And you're also going to accept cryofuel with these cables. Now, if I got you your water gem, I'm going to assume that this doesn't work. See, it doesn't even fit in there. This one will, though. Needs more power, but we can handle that. Right? So maybe the key is not to craft it on demand. The key would be we keep inserting diamonds and water crystals into that thing until we have a backstuffing of crude water gems. Not as an autocraft, but just keep making it. That, I feel like, is the solution. So let's wrap up the episode here. Come back next time. Automate making crude water gems only. And the way I'm thinking is we basically set up a separate elemental crafter. We do some kind of thing where it'll, like, probably laser IO, and yeah, I can do that. And what we'll do is we'll just basically keep making crude water gems until such time that we have one water gem in the AE system, like 5 of them, let's say. And then we'll just export bus water gems into here, and that should be cool, right? Yeah. All right, for now, Del20 sign off. We'll come back next time and automate that. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Take it easy.